Question 597. Given population is going to become a problem, how would you advise controlling it?
This is actually something that we, postulate
Compulsory.
about in a fun way, not in a serious way in my field, to be honest with you. But I've never actually come up with it. Yeah, because it's
so you've not been the one to suggest going around with an automatic weapon, trying to solve it yourself.
No, not an automatic weapon per se, but we've had discussions that have been pretty fucking dark. I can say that. And that's all I'll say. So.
Well, Nerdy says real life battle royale. Ricardo says a flood.
Population
no.
A couple of
This has
generations with birth control. So
no, Ricardo's got it right. There's a tried and tested method. A flood. It's been tested. It works.
Let's start with educating the extreme right about birth control and shit, because I live in the South. I watch families that have no money at all, clearly are just dirt poor, but have like 7 fucking kids because. But
we're not allowed to teach them about birth control.
I'm saying we need to fucking change that shit.
How do we change that shit when we are literally not allowed to?
I don't know how we change it. We just do. And quite frankly, I would really like to see a version of Idiocracy, except the opposite.
Here's my problem. Right now, they're winning. The religions are winning.
Yeah.
Not because they are better, not because they've got better ideas, but because the rest of us are stopping breeding. And they are just going on. And having
they have to, because it's the only way they can get new converts, because they have to breed them and then indoctrinate them.
Because the people on our side are educated, know better, and quite frankly, we know we don't actually need to have children. It's not a necessity. It's a valid choice to not have kids. And if we do, like Dave and I have one, and MathPig have one,
Children are a privilege, not a right.
Yeah.
No.
The Caucasian complexion.
I wouldn't go that far.
I don't know.
I don't think having kids is a right.
I don't think it's a right, but I don't think it's a privilege either. I think it's when you put it in terms of that, it puts it one way or the other. I think it's meh. I think
that's exactly what Trump just said about voting, by the way.
What? It's a privilege.
He said it's a privilege. It shouldn't be a right.
What?
Yeah.
Well, that's classic Republican.
The whole mail-in ballot thing that he's trying to fight.
Has he seen? He won't have fucking read. Has he seen Starship Troopers?
Trump?
Yes.
What the fuck do I know?
He hasn't seen anything.
You're an American, aren't you?
I think Amanda knows him personally. What the fuck, Dave?
Don't all Americans know each other? What?
Oh!
What did she say? What, Amanda?
I said he wouldn't understand it if he saw it anyway. He'd just be like, ooh, aliens and explosions. So.
And we need the Space Force to stop the aliens. The alien bugs.
Right. Ilya says birth control.
A fucking documentary. So.
It is. Birth control and stop controlling women's choices.
With the logo for Space Force.
I was gonna say that would be his justification for Space Force. He'd fucking be like, look, see, I told you we need to get on this shit. This is why I have this. Oh fuck me.
Right. Ilya says birth control and stop controlling women's choices. Right, you're aware that screaming MathPig when I'm trying to say that it's not good. Seraphim, 2 seconds. Seraphim said, I have begged every doctor for one. Seraphim got to have at least 2 kids first, or get married and get husband's permission. Go on, Jenny.
I would like to see obligatory orchiectomy for anyone who doesn't do better than a B+ average in high school, and do that for the next 20 years.
Oh! So emasculate all men who don't do well at school.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is, the rich would just pay their way around it.
With an emphasis in the sciences and social sciences. Well, it's STEM. Let's just say STEM.
STEM, yeah.
Right, Natty says you have to use their cult brainwashing against them and convince them that it's God's will to not have kids. To convince them, that's it. Convince them that the rapture's going to happen in 20 years' time, and there can't be no kids at the rapture. So if they have kids, they will be killed off. The kids won't get to heaven.
No, they'll stop having kids. Otherwise, you make it a law. You say you're only allowed 2 kids unless, of course, you have a license to have more, and you can only get that license under certain strict conditions.
Can't do that. Doesn't work.
Why not?
Yeah, ask China how well that works.
It doesn't work. You can,
China, regardless of people circumventing it, China still reduce their population.
Yes, but my point is, it's also massively damaged it in terms of the male-female gender split.
The only way you can
but we have the same problem. We don't have the same issue of.
We would.
Yeah, we would.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
Caucasians
Mal reduced the population quite a bit as well. It didn't work.
The point is that you would have any policy that enforces it is going to be a problem. I can only see any policy that works by helping and hindering, basically. So that I don't know. So that you either society stops helping after a certain point. Because I don't think you can.
Fair too.
Say again?
Well, that's fair too. No help from society for any children above X amount. So it's your own responsibility at that point.
Very much so. And my point is,
if you put yourself into poverty, that's your fault at that point.
Yes. No, I have problems with that as well, though, unfortunately. As much as I think that's the only way to do it.
I'm not overly keen on that either, because the point is it's the poor who will suffer with any of these plans.
This is the problem.
Because the rich will be.
This is my point.
That's one of the most entertaining things about all the freakish concepts of control and stuff that the right wing, or I should say the Caucasian right wing has. They think that they can make all these decisions and they're filthy rich, and so none of it affects them. Honey bunny, you give me 2 generations and the Caucasian race or skin color is history.
Is circumcision?
White people are breeding at a rate of 1.8. They're not replacing themselves. Good. They're gone. They're history.
I know. Is circumcision, but it's irrelevant. Right? Is circumcision popular in the Islamic world?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I would assume it is. Don't they still believe that, as the Jews do, that it's part of the treaties with God? So.
Okay. So first step, we convince them they've been doing circumcision wrong, and give them a vasectomy.
Yeah, that's good.
that's everyone. That's not.
Honey, did you answer?
Yeah, that will drastically reduce the human population in a very short space of time, as well as all the Jews and the Muslims.
Okay,
might be a tad racist, that policy.
Okay, we're going down some very. I mean, I think I was just going to suggest culling flat earthers and sovereigns.
I know.
To start, but you've gone on some full-on genocide.
But the problem is there aren't enough flat earthers. Earthers.
I'm just saying that as a starting point. We'll just.
Dave,
can we start off? If we're going to cull people, can we start off with culling the rich?
Then they'd just be more rich.
So that is still the 1%, though, Jen. It's not really a.
Still not very many.
No, but I'm just saying, could we just start with that? I mean,
right. With it, Sammy says, tattoo a picture of a naked Trump on people's genitals. Overpopulation solved.
You'd be surprised.
Apparently, the Islamic world is they're very proud of the fact they have circumcision. Right. Wait there. I'll come to you in a second, Jenny. Math Pig.
probably not popular, but sterilize everybody at birth. When they get 18, they have to pass a test, prove they're smart enough to have a fucking child.
See, I think that will become viable once we get. See, I like that idea, but the problem is that sterilization at the moment is not reliably reversible.
Yeah, no, you need to make sure.
And women it's not. Men.
Well, you don't have to sterilize it.
Men is not that reliable.
Sterilize at puberty, don't
Not
you?
that reliable either way.
More so than women.
Yes.
Yeah, more so, but not. It's still not. I don't think it's a fight.
Medicinal sterilization is reversible. So.
Yeah, some forms are.
Ilya says, make birth control free, outlaw abstinence conversations in public school, education on protection, allow women their choices, stop blocking those who don't want children from the procedures. Yes,
that's ultimately the things you have to go down. Really, is
apart from the fact that you've got to do that in spite of religions.
No one said that's going to be easy, but that's kind of what you need. It's where you need to go.
Can we just outlaw religion?
That won't work.
No. Well, no, it would. Work. If we could actually outlaw it. Atheist Mo says, allow church.
Outlawing religion it's going to go away.
No.
Exactly.
No, but at least then we could that we wouldn't have to kowtow to them as far as education and stuff goes and
true
rights for people.
Atheist Mo says, allow church attendance while we're still on lockdown.
That works.
Well, Donald Trump. I think Donald Trump's helping out with that a little bit now, isn't he?
I mean, in all honesty, Donald Trump doing that kind of crap at the moment actually could be good for America in the long run. It's not good right now, but it could be good for the US eventually.
Hasn't he said churches are essential or something?
Yep.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah.
Right. Sorry, Jenny.
I think my idea is better than what you proposed, Dave, because an orchiectomy, orchiectomy.
I just want to know what that is.
that would be removing your balls.
Yes. People might miss them. That might kill the population.
Well, if they'd done it first, they wouldn't miss them because they wouldn't know they had them.
Let me finish. No, to do it with part of your educational success is better because you're doing it because of educational success and it's a reward, and so people would strive to do better educationally, so they're not going to get snipped. And two, for those who get snipped, it would help calm them down because they're not going to be having as much of that god-awful testosterone floating around their body, making them toxic and murderous.
Yeah, you've just come off as the most rad, firm person that Dave's ever had on.
Actually, there is the very, very simple fucking way we could do this and do it right fucking now. End the fucking lockdown and let nature take its course. Population will be down very considerably by the end of it.
That's what we're hoping for.
That's what we're hoping for. Right.
That's what I'm hoping for. I am completely open about that. I hope that all these bastards who are standing around with their little AR-15s and upset because they can't go to a pizza party tomorrow fucking die from this virus. We don't need people like that around. They're idiots. They're absolutely subcultural. They're just a complete waste of carbon and water.
Ooh. Yeah, I mean,
right.
Couldn't we just all males have to have the reversible vasectomy switch put in once they hit puberty, so that they can still go through puberty?
When that's
and
reliable, yes.
Well, I know it's not 100% reliable, but it'd be reliable enough.
But basically, right? The response to that will be, you're talking about enforced surgery.
So what?
Society will implode at that.
Yeah, only the same people who implode about all that, anything like that. I mean, screw them.
Right, next question, I think. I don't think we've solved world population. I
don't know that you can at the moment.
Do you not?
What,
Right.
Other than opening the lockdown and just like millions of people.
But
died.
even then, it's not going to be enough. It's still only going to be 5%.
No, I know that. I mean, so because someone said about
it's not a bad start, though.
Because someone said about China. Someone said this about China, like the policies they've had didn't really affect the issues they've had, and like 35 years like fucking Mao did shit Mao did wasn't enough to fucking solve that problem, and there's like about 20 to 30 million people died because of his stupid fucking Great Leap Forward policies,
Yeah. Right.
And the other point about Jeff's idea with COVID is that you have that many people die, the virus has got more chance to mutate and become even worse. So you might get a lot more people die than that. God, we're fucking bloodthirsty, aren't we?
Yes. Very quickly. I'll bring a chart next time. Groups to kill off. The first
you
against
could win
the
the
wall.
Whiteboard Award in the next Sideman Down Awards.
I can visualize a Venn diagram featuring everything that's right wing.
I like some right wing ideas.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't be killed.
If you enjoyed that, please hit the thumbs up button. If you didn't, hit the thumbs down. If you think you've got a better answer or just want to tell us how wrong we are, leave a comment down below. Subscribe down here for new questions every day, and make sure you hit the bell so you don't miss out on our live shows. If you click over here, you'll see our latest upload. Over here, for what YouTube thinks you'll love the most. And finally, for a complete playlist of all our currently released questions, click here.